I think it was, from a Buddhist point of view, my personal karma to have these wonderful things like Buddhism and music, and then this totally not give a fuck attitude.
I used to stand in his class months, stand there frozen, like a deer in the headlights. And he just waited, he never said anything. And then at one point, he jumped in my face and just started yelling at me. Play something, Anderson, play, God damn it, play. Something happened there. I was scared of him. I had a ball of energy inside, and I just started playing. And that was it's rare that that happens for musicians. It's something so clearly changes everything. I'm not afraid to play anymore.
I came to Berlin and I taught a workshop. And I stayed because the same time that I got the professorship here, the phone call came to come to Paris and teach the Dharma. Ow! And it was like Wild West time. I love that. You know, it's like we could do anything, we could make this program.
Sorry, man, I had it too fast. But you guys slowed it right down. That was cool, man.
I'd say probably the primary thing that Jerry's addicted to before any of the other substances that he might have gotten involved in. It really is that lust for being on the cutting edge.
I never had a childhood. I wasn't raised to be a person. And so there was a lot of pain in music. I think studying and learning the music as I did, there was a lot of fear and pain involved in that, which you just kind of toughed out.
Yeah, that's great. You were communicating at first with yourself, like should I, shouldn't I, shouldn't I? It was you, self-conscious, all relating to you. Then you started to communicate with the piece. So you found a place to be supportive. What exhausts you when you're teaching is the resistance. You have to decide somebody's your teacher. And then you have to do what they say. If they end up being not your teacher, you can leave. But the people I really learned from were the people I was willing to surrender to.
people think that jazz is a style, and it's not a style. It's a way of life. Buddhism is not a style or a philosophy. It's a way of being. Berlin has been nothing but great, you know, I mean, having be here alone a lot, I work a lot. I wrote a lot of music here. The band, UFB. That was like my first real band since 1975. Everybody's improvising all the time. They just don't think so. The big joke is we think we are in control. And that's the thing, we are just not in control at all. That's why improvising is so natural. Trungpa Rinpoche once said when we talked to him about teaching, the only thing you can teach is your own path. So as long as you try to remember how you got to where you are, then you're actually communicating something genuine.
I took my bike out. I was studying really hard and just needed a break. So I just didn't know where I was going. And it was on the edge of a sort of a metropolis type city. And I just rode this bike down this road. And I was attracted to this sort of like difference in the air kind of things, like, oh, something's going on over here. Didn't know what it was. And there was this little tiny theater, you know, with little bleacher seats and everything. And there was this like vibe coming out of it. There he was playing with Joe Bonner, who was just pulse player. I mean, up and down the keyboard, and for like 2 hours, just flat out. Phil Sparks, the bass player playing bass, he's bleeding up and down the fingerboard. And Granelli's got hair down, you know, all the way back, you know, down below his waist, just playing, just, you know, like this. And I said, now that's how you're supposed to play the drums.